The sea monster. Wow, pretty pictures. Down at the bottom of the ocean, there lived a great sea monster. Barnacles and limpets clung to his scaly skin, and seaweed grew from every wrinkle. In the gloom, his eyes shone bright green.
This story's not really real.
Okay, good.
It's not real.
Otherwise, it would be scary.
Okay.
It's pretend.
It won't be real.
Oh, good. Then I'll be able to sleep tonight.
Well, I don't know if it's real.
No, I don't think so. There's nobody like that living in the ocean.
Why don't you decide after you hear the whole story?
Okay, let's see what happens.
Just enjoy it.
In the gloom, his eyes shone bright green. Most of the time, he stayed down in the wavering kelp, watching the boats sail by. But sometimes, early in the morning, he would swim up to the shore and sit among the rocks at the corner of a lonely beach. See? He would sit very still, and the seaweed hid his bright green eyes, so no one ever saw him there. Mostly he was content just to watch. I don't even see him, do you? I can't find him. Oh, maybe that's him. Yeah. That's good. Good eye, you're right. There he is. One day, a boy came down to the beach with his dog to sail a little boat in the tide pools. There he is. Among the rocks at the corner of the beach, he found a deep pool where the water was crystal clear. As he watched sea anemones and crabs at the bottom, the boy had the feeling he was being watched. Is he right? Wow. Look, where's his hands? Wow. Uh-oh, that looks like the dog he found him, huh? Then he saw something shining bright green high up on a seaweed-covered rock, and he started to climb. His dog began to bark. "My boat!" cried the boy, as the sea took his little yacht and carried it out among the waves. He scrambled down, but it was too late. The boat was far out of reach. Oh. Think he's going to get it back? Oh, it's sad. The boy dived in, but the ocean current had caught the boat, and was taking it further out to sea. Oh boy, it's a good thing he's a good swimmer, huh? Wow, isn't that pretty? The current caught the boy, too, and soon he was far out in the deep water beyond the bay. He could just hear the barking of his dog echoing among the rocks. High on the cliff above the corner of the beach, in a gray stone cottage, there lived an old fisherman. It was a while since he had sailed the seas, catching fish, and most of the time now he made model boats. Oh, he's really concentrated. Or sat alone on the cliff top, watching the boats sail by. He saw seals and porpoises and great basking sharks, and sometimes he saw strange green lights shining in the murky deep. On this morning, he heard barking in the bay below, and looking down, saw a little white dog jumping from rock to rock and splashing in the surf. Turning to the ocean, the old fisherman could just make out the head of a boy among the distant waves. Beside the cottage, stone steps climbed down the cliff. It was a long time since the old fisherman had been that way, but he could still run down 2 steps at a time.
What can run down?
He could. The fisherman, the old fisherman, he usually stays up on the top, but he decided, I'm going to go down. I see something's going on down there. So he went 2 steps at a time, and he ran all the way down. At the bottom, he kept a boat hidden among the rocks. Although it was years since he'd rowed the boat, the fisherman could still pull through the waves like in the old days. Wow, he's doing a good job, huh? Far out into the ocean, the old fisherman rowed, but he saw no sign of the boy. The waves grew big, and the sky grew dark, and the old man had almost given up hope when suddenly the little white dog began to bark. Arf, 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 arf. Wow. And there, on a round rock, covered with barnacles and limpets, and with seaweed growing from every crack, they found the boy. Later, safely back at the old fisherman's cottage, the boy looked out over the vast ocean. That's strange, he said. It's low tide, isn't it? And yet there's no sign of that rock where you found me. The old fisherman smiled. Some rocks are strange, he said. They pop up just when you need them, and then you never see them again. The boy thought about this. And after all that, I still lost my boat, he said. Never mind, you shall have this one, declared the old fisherman, presenting the boy with a model boat he had just finished making. Down at the bottom of the ocean, among the wavering kelp, the great sea monster sat, and in his hand he held a little toy boat.